But I have to wonder, when you see the government with so much focus on AI, how big of a boost do you expect that renewed focus to give to Mobvoi?
Right. So I think there are going to be a lot of application of artificial intelligence, right? So there are major two parts. One is really AI plus the traditional business like education, finance, automotive, all those business, right? The other part is really AI plus consumer electronics, right? So for us, we're doing AI and also providing consumer electronic device which use the AI, in particular the speech interaction. So we identify scenarios that speech interaction might be useful. That's why we're working on smartwatch, smart speaker, smart automotive device, and also smart earphone. So for all those scenarios, this is new kind of category device will enable voice interaction as a major interaction method. So it's going to be a big part of us.
You know, there's a lot of concern when you look at the push in artificial intelligence here in China, and the concerns obviously coming from the outside as well, that with so much effort behind with the government, that there is a blurring of the line here between private and public. All the data that's being captured by these private companies are being used by the government in that way. How closely do you work with the government, and is that a legitimate concern?
So for us, because we are more consumer oriented, so we are mainly focused on the user experience. It's different from some other business, like mainly for security, for safety measure. Then you need to work with more closely with the government, because most of the projects are funded by the government. But for us, it's really more consumer and product oriented.
And let me ask if I can get one more question in here. You talked about Google. You used to work at Google. Mobvoi was started by former Google employees. Eric Schmidt recently said that he thinks it'll take 5 years for China to reach parity with the U.S. when it comes to artificial intelligence. Do you agree with that timeline?
I think in some degree I agree with him, but we need to look at this in different angle. I think for the artificial intelligence fundamental algorithms, China still lag behind in the US, right? We still need a lot of education, a lot of people who are really working on the fundamental improvement of the algorithm. But if you look at the application of the AI, I think China in some field is actually more advanced than in the US. Like for us, we are doing AI, but we are also pushing AI into different consumer categories, right? So I think we're the only company in the world actually worked on all these different categories, including smart speakers, smart automotive, smart earphone, smart watch, which are all these devices that AI might be potentially super useful, right? So I think in this application area, China really make a lot of progress.